Welcome to the Wellness Dentist Podcast. Join biological and cosmetic dentist Dr. Katie Toe as she explores holistic wellness through trending ideas, real stories, and patient experiences. This podcast will inspire you to make healthy lifestyle choices and take charge of your dental wellness. And now your host, the Wellness Dentist, Dr. Katie Toe.
Welcome to the Wellness Dentist Podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Katie Toe, and today I have a very special guest for you as a CEO, founder, and one of my favorite product that I'm personally use in my practice and in my life, Dr. Catharine Arnston. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you, Dr. Katie. Yes, I started the company Energybits, 17 years ago. And it was, I wasn't planning on starting a company. My sister in Canada, because I'm Canadian, had breast cancer, and her oncologist advised her to change her diet to an alkaline diet. Didn't tell her what it was or what it did. So my sister called me, and of course I love her. And I said, I have no idea what this stuff is, but I will find out. And it was because of the phytonutrients and the chlorophyll that build your immune system. So I found a lot of foods for her, but I kept finding spirulina and chlorella algae being mentioned as the most alkaline foods in the world. So after she healed, and she did completely heal after going through chemo, I started researching spirulina and chlorella and found out they're the most nutrient-dense food in the world. There's 100,000 studies documenting all the health benefits, including what we're going to talk about today for dental health. Yes. And it's been used daily in Asia for over 60 years because it's an agricultural crop. We're going to talk about that too.
Yes.
It's not a supplement. But nobody outside of Asia knew about it. So I decided 17 years ago, I would bring algae to America. And I would educate people about what it did and provide them with a product that was very, very clean, very, very nutrient dense, so they could give it to their children, their pets, their grandparents. And that's how Energybits was born.
Amazing. 17 years.
Yes. I've been doing. I will tell you, I'm turning 70 this year, and I have been taking our spirulina and chlorella every single day since I started the company. I take no medications. I have no chronic diseases. I just got my PhD. I run a big company. I'm writing a book, and I'm active and traveling. And so I just want everyone else to have the same opportunity, to have as much energy and coherence in their health that I have. Yeah. And it's all from spirulina and chlorella algae.
And I know since you were taking this personally for 17 years and started this journey, because my sister also going through chemo for breast cancer right now. So I'm definitely going to send her a lot of this. I noticed the reason people stay away from this to begin with, because it's not a clean source that we can trust. Can you tell us about the process where waters and then how to farm it and all that, because people don't know where it comes from.
Yes. Well, very good point. And a lot of people think algae comes from the ocean, and there is algae in the ocean. But whether you buy spirulina and chlorella tablets from us or Trader Joe's or Whole Foods, they are grown in freshwater farms. Now, what makes us different is that 99% of those farms are either in China or India, and they're contract manufacturers, and they are supplying anywhere from 5 to 500 other products. They just don't pay attention. So algae will absorb whatever's in the water. So if you're growing it in water that's not completely clean, there will be toxins in your algae. And these lower priced algae companies, they are lower priced, so they need to sell more to make more money. So they cut corners. And one of the corners they all cut is they use high heat to dry it, because that way they can get to market quickly and sell more. Well, when you use high heat, anything over 114 degrees Fahrenheit, you kill enzymes. And so you lose a lot of the powerful nutrients in spirulina or chlorella as soon as you expose it to heat. What makes us special is that we have medical grade spirulina and chlorella. I picked all the companies, everything that we do, I personally handpicked. This is all we sell is spirulina and chlorella, nothing else. And so, for example, we grow ours in Taiwan, and it's known as the highest quality gold standard for algae. Now, growing algae isn't like growing broccoli. It's like making wine. So it's affected by the angle of the sun and the production processes. So in Taiwan, and I was just there 3 weeks ago, I took me 24 hours to get there, and I was there all week, and we brought a camera crew with us, because I want, in this age of AI, you don't know what's real. This crew, we documented where we grow it, because we grow it in triple filtered spring mountain water.
Triple filtered.
And I have camera shots, film footage of the mountain. Yeah. This isn't fake. This is the real thing. And I walk people through how we grow it, how we dry it, and we don't use high heat to dry it. So it preserves the nutrients. The superoxide dismutase that's important for, it's an antioxidant, but it's also an enzyme. The blue pigments, everything is preserved. So ours works better because it's pure and it's intact. If you get algae that's been exposed to high heat, it's like getting a great deal on a Ferrari, except you lift the hood and there's no engine. Wasn't such a great deal, was it? So,
but then your system also have to detox it out.
Yes,
because it have toxins in it.
Yes,
so you have to get
so
it clean.
The chlorella is supposed to be detoxing you, and this is one of the reasons why the biological dentists really like it. And we'll talk about that in a second.
Yes,
but you certainly don't want to put something that's got chemicals and toxins in it that's supposed to be detoxing you. The spirulina generally is to put nutrition into your body because we're not getting it from anywhere else. It's really great for mitochondria health, and your brain has the most mitochondria, so it's really great for brain health. And chlorella pulls out toxins and builds your immune system, so it's very much a gut health. So spirulina puts nutrition in, chlorella pulls toxins out, and they work beautifully together.
Yeah. And because it's real food, they're not
and
supplement.
It's real food.
I know. I keep telling my patient that. I said, I know that in our safe mercury removal protocol, we want to give patients something to pull the toxin out at the end and telling them to work, of course, with functional doctor for detox protocol. But our protocol in the office, we're giving them either activated charcoal or chlorella. But we could not find a good source and trusted source of chlorella. So we've been using activated charcoal for decades. And now we're like, thank God we can. Because with activated charcoal, it's pull out so many things, including...
Activated charcoal will pull out all minerals. It'll pull out the bad stuff, but it will also pull out the good stuff. And you can end up getting dehydrated because these minerals are your electrolytes. Chlorella and spirulina both are loaded with minerals, and neither one of them will pull minerals out. They only pull heavy metals, glyphosate, pesticide, mold spores, alcohol, lactic acid, things that shouldn't be there.
Yes.
And it does it because of the hard cell wall, Chlorella's hard cell wall. And also, it has a very high amount of glutathione, which is very important for your liver detoxing.
Liver detox, yes. We should talk about the 3G with Dave this morning, right?
Oh,
yes.
Yeah.
Glutathione is one of the G. Yeah. And that's the reason why when you were at our conference just a few months ago, and you gave your team gave beautiful lectures about the algae and the Chlorella and spirulina, and we all jumping on board. We say, this is what we're implementing, and we start doing that for about 3 months now. And I personally take it for 3 months every day.
Nice.
And people compliment on my skin.
Your skin, I know. This is what's so amazing. And people compliment me and my skin. Yes. There's a 70-year-old, and I don't do Botox. Yeah. You may take the spirulina for energy or for nourishment. If anyone's on a GLP-1, please be taking spirulina. But you're going to find your hair is thicker. Your skin is clearer. And chlorella will help you with your sleep. It will help you with your elimination, also known as a poop.
America have a real pandemic, which is constipation.
Yes.
Yes.
And constipation, I'd say to people, you got to get rid of the junk in your trunk, because what's sitting in your colon is things that your body didn't want, and it includes toxins. And if you're not moving it out, what happens is your blood will circulate in and pull the toxins back out and recirculate them. It's like having a garbage truck that's full, constantly circulating, going back up and down your driveway. You don't want that. So chlorella, the reason it can stimulate bowel movements is because it has the highest tryptophan in the world, which is a precursor to both serotonin, which helps you sleep, and serotonin. Melatonin, helps you sleep, and serotonin. Serotonin is a neurotransmitter in your brain that is known as the happy mood transmitter. But what people don't know is that serotonin also triggers what's called bowel motility, which is a fancy word for saying a bowel movement.
That's right.
And so because we encourage people to take chlorella any time of day, but particularly before bed, because when you're sleeping, that's when you go through a detox repair cycle. So chlorella will pull out all the toxins, get you into a deep sleep. The serotonin will stimulate a bowel movement, and you'll get rid of all that junk in your trunk. You're fresh for the day, and then you add in the spirulina, which stimulates your energy mentally and physically, satisfies your hunger. And you can have, and both of them are food. So
I know. I can't stress that enough. People thinking they're taking supplement.
Right.
But it's not.
Yeah. And then we call ours bits. They're little algae tablets, but we call them bits because they're bits of food. I have a little shirt here that says love you to bits because algae will love your body back to health, whether it's pulling out the toxins or nourishing your mitochondria. And you can give it to your children. You can give it to your pets. There are no drug interactions. It's just a healthy snack.
Yes, it is a healthy snack. I love that. Put it that way. Yeah. Both my son and my daughter are actually taking it with vitamin C and vitamin D, and they don't get sick.
Yes, I know. That's the vitamin C is the only main vitamin that's missing. So as long as you're taking that, and I also call it fast food because it's food. And it's fast. You can swallow it by the handful. You can grind it up and put it in a smoothie. I chew mine I like it with sea salt. If you're doing intermittent fasting, which I do, I just put sea salt on it and I intermittent fast till like 1 or 2 o'clock and then I have a real meal. But spirulina, I call your nutritional insurance because it gives your body everything it needs. And then when you eat, it's either for taste or for social reasons. And then chlorella, I call your health insurance because it pulls all the toxins that shouldn't be there. It builds your immune system. It helps you with your elimination. So it keeps you healthy. So your nutritional insurance and your health insurance.
People don't understand how important that is to take that before you go to bed because, like you said, at night, our body going through all that detox. And do not go to bed too late because you will mess up that detox cycle.
Yes, that's true.
And then
we were all at a party last night. None of us, I think, got a good REM sleep.
We're going to have to make it up tonight.
Yes, I know.
And
I'm probably
weekend.
in default or something.
Yes. So I know that I'm actually taking that little package on the go. I know you have it here.
Yes, these are the spirulina.
Can you share with me why 30 bits?
Well, I started the company about 17 years ago. It's kind of a funny story, and I'm glad you asked.
Yes.
So I only could hire interns because I was a self-starting entrepreneur. Mm-hmm. And most of the people, when they graduate from school, they don't have a lot of money. So for exercise, most of them run because you don't need a lot of equipment. So we started, I would always give them product, and they loved the spirulina. For running, it gave them energy and didn't help and focus, and it didn't upset their stomach. So then those runner friends told other runner friends, who then told triathletes, who then told professional athletes, who then told Olympic athletes. Yeah. Before, in a couple of years, we became a sports nutrition company, and the athletes were using it. We still have all sorts of testimonials. So we started with them saying, "Well, take 5." That wasn't giving the athletes enough performance. Okay. Then we upped it to 10. Try that. Still wasn't getting, we kept increasing it in increments of 5 and 5. When we got to 30, the professional athletes, every time they went for a run or a workout or a game, they had great focus and great energy. And we said, okay, that's the gold standard. We're going to make 30 the amount for the optimal performance.
Yes.
And so we kept it at 30 for a number of years, although we switched over into wellness because even though the athletes loved the product, we couldn't get the retailers to sell it because we weren't a known brand. It wasn't very expensive. So we're so happy to be in wellness, but the athletes still love the product. But then when we started working with consumers, 30 was just too much for them to take on a daily basis. Yeah. So we dialed it back. Then we dialed it back as far as 5, but still wasn't enough. When we got to 10 for your average daily dose, that seemed to be a perfect number for consumers, for filling nutritional gaps, for giving you the immune boost that you need from the chlorophyll. So these little pouches have 30 tablets in them. Mm-hmm. So if you're just looking to fill nutritional gaps, 10 a day would be sufficient. So we have 10 spirulina for your day and 10 chlorella in the evening. But if you want optimal results, or this could be a lunch, there's only 1 calorie per tablet, or you're trying to correct a health condition or prevent a health condition. If you had cancer, you don't want cancer. You have heart disease, or you don't want heart disease. Then 30 a day is what you... But here's the cool thing. Because there's 3 times the amount of protein in steak, there is nothing in the world with more protein than spirulina algae. Even the United Nations for 50 years has endorsed spirulina as the answer to world hunger because it has the highest protein in the world and it's a sustainable crop. So you can have this for lunch. You can have 30 for lunch, and you won't be hungry for hours. Yeah. For 30 calories, you get 40 vitamins and minerals. And then you will start you can cut out a multivitamin, collagen powder, greens powders, a CoQ10, a fish oil. You can eliminate at least 5 supplements. So you're already, getting rid of all the complexity of your day and saving you money and saving you time. And your grocery bill will go down because you're not as hungry.
Yes.
And so that's spirulina. And then chlorella, literally, you don't have to eat vegetables again if you don't like them. Because what do vegetables do? They give you fiber. They help
It's
with
hard
your
to find good organic
vegetables. I know. And some people can't digest them, so it gives them gas. But you want the phytonutrients, you want the chlorophyll, you want the fiber, and you want the bowel movements. What does chlorella have? Fiber for your gut biome. It stimulates peristalsis for bowel movements. It has the highest chlorophyll in the world, 500 times more chlorophyll than arugula, and phytonutrients. This gives you everything that a vegetable can do, but you can't carry this on in your carry-on pack when you're traveling. You can't carry a whole bunch of vegetables necessarily to work. So this is a godsend for getting people the green nutrition they need to build their immune system, keep their bowels moving, and to get rid of all the heavy metals like mercury in the dental practice.
Yeah.
So,
hey, parents, if your children say no to vegetable, that's my trick.
Yeah.
Giving them that, and they think it's like snack and candy, so they love chewing it, they love eating it. And so that's how you're going to build their gut health.
Yes.
And their
I love to chew them. The spirulina is chewy because it's high protein, but I eat it either with sliced strawberries or blueberries. You can have it with nuts. I love it with pistachio nuts or macadamia nuts. And the kids love it because it turns their tongue green. They
It's
think
really
it's
fun.
hilarious. So they have a little competition. So just turn it into something fun, and you will never have to worry about your children's nutrition ever again.
Yeah, because this is a wellness podcast, and people that listen to this are high performer. I love that when you said we tried 5 and 10 and 20 and 30. I love that you compared that or set the standard at optimal.
Yes.
Because most people just say, normally I'm doing this, but that's normal.
Yeah.
It's not optimal.
Yes.
And we want to start with optimal because I can tell you for the last 3 months, I've been taking it daily. People comment on my skin. People talk about how you have energy. Like we did 5 podcasts yesterday.
Yeah.
And a lecture. And so I said, it's because you have the protein and you have the energy and you get a detox at night.
Yes.
And so that's my secret for the last 90 days. And if someone asking and watching and say, wow, I can totally see the difference on screen. But most importantly, people don't have to start from, say, 10. Do the 30 and see how you feel because you actually will see the difference at the optimal level.
And for spirulina, because here's the other cool thing about spirulina, it's not even a plant, it's a bacteria. And the reason why that's important is there's no cellulose wall for your body to have to break down to get access to all the rich nutrition. It literally bypasses your digestion, goes right into your bloodstream. So you're getting, it's the bioavailability of the nutrients are extraordinary. And people say, well, I take supplements. So here's the difference between algae and supplements. One of the differences. You know, if you've ever gone to a theater and you have your ticket and it often now has a QR code and there's escorts to escort you right to your seat so you get exactly where you need to go. That's spirulina and also chlorella because not only does it have the nutrients, it has those escorts. Those escorts are called factors and cofactors, enzymes and coenzymes, exosomes. It takes the nutrients and makes sure it gets into the cell so it needs to be where it needs to go. Supplements, which are manufactured, have none of those. So the equivalent to going into the theater, they have the ticket that gets them into the theater, but then it's like, now, where do we go now? They just mill around confused in the lobby and they end up leaving. That's called expensive pee.
That's right.
That's what happens. Your supplements can't get absorbed like the nutrients in food, particularly spirulina, which is the most bioavailable food in the world because it has no cellulose wall. Yes. So that's the difference. You want escorts and you want that QR code so that you can get to your seat so the healing performance can begin.
It's efficient. Yes. And can you share with us, because we have a lot of our listener and audience are dentists and biological dentists. And so you do have a protocol for amalgam removal.
Yes.
Yes. Can you share with us? Especially how did you really come across that protocol?
Well, we've been working with other doctors for at least 5 or 10 years. Cardiologists. We have people are working in functional medicine. People are doing all sorts of bariatric surgery. And what happened was they started giving their patients spirulina and the chlorella in 30 tablets a day for the month prior to their surgery, to build the health of the cell. Because when you're going through any kind of surgery, it's invasive and it's challenging your health and your immune system and so they wanted the patients to be as healthy as possible prior to the surgery. And then they'd continue the protocol for 30 days after the surgery, and they added in and made sure they took the chlorella as well, because you want to pull out any drugs that afterwards that you were taking, because the medications mess up your gut biome and all that sort of stuff. So when we started, and we knew, a lot of doctors and dentists know that chlorella pulls out mercury.
That's right.
And so we started thinking, we need to, and ours is so clean, we needed to reach out to the dental community to know that they could trust our chlorella. So we put the protocol together. We didn't know if you needed a full month of taking the spirulina and chlorella beforehand, but at least 2 weeks of taking the 30 for the same reason. Nourish the cells so that when they go through this protocol, then the body and the mouth is as healthy as possible, and definitely afterwards to maintain that the healing can continue. And any chlorella that's been, because also the reason you're taking the mercury fillings out is because they're there. And every time you're swallowing, a little infinitesimal amount is getting into the body. So if you start the chlorella protocol prior to the removal, you are starting the removal already of anything that shouldn't be there and causing health issues.
Here's the good news. For the patients that we incorporate this into the protocol, they taking it because it's a protocol. Okay, you're giving it to me after the procedure. I'm taking it, but hold on, I like it. And they stay on it. So most of our patients actually end up incorporating this into their life because, like you said, they could remove all the supplement and taking this for their wellness and the energy and the detox. So what I said is, when you introduce it to the protocol, people actually got to try it and then see the difference. And so for our protocols, it's 30. They start with the optimal. And then we put them on for the rest of the month, and then they stay on it because they see the benefit of it. Especially most American, even outpatient, eating a lot more veggie and fruit, still constipated. They're asking like, how many bowel movements a day? I said, as many meals as you consume. And most people are like, oh my gosh, I eat 3 meals, but I only go once. And so definitely they need the support. They need that detox. And so I love this as a part of protocol because I'm so proudly saying you are taking food and not supplement.
Exactly.
And get away from activated charcoal.
Get away from, and also for the bowel movements, get away from stool softeners, get away from psyllium husk. Those are also manufactured things. I do have one more tip for constipation, just because we're both in wellness. We just want people to be as healthy as well. Has nothing to do with algae. It's fresh pineapple. The bromelain in fresh pineapple helps with digestion and helps with elimination. And you can have it for breakfast or lunch. You don't have to have it with the algae, but I will, within 12 hours.
So combinations.
You will find, and then just take it forever. You can buy it pre-chopped and at Whole Foods, or you can get your own pineapple, but it is a miracle. But once again, it is food. It has to be fresh, but it's the bromelain. So take a quarter cup or half a cup a day, because constipation is a big deal. And there's 1.2 million emergency visits in America per year for constipation. That's a big number.
Especially in older patients. That's a lot of complications when it turned into diverticulitis, and then they could not process, and it's become life-threatening.
Yes, it is. Well, that's why there's emergency visits. So chlorella, because of the high tryptophan, which is a precursor to the serotonin, which triggers bowel movements. That's why we wanted to have you take it before bed. But you could take it before anytime, but definitely before bed. But then layer on also some fresh pineapple, and you will never be constipated again.
Oh, I love
Mother
that
Nature has our back. We just have to know what the recipe is.
So. I love pineapple. So that's awesome tip. I love it. And since you've been on this journey, special start with your sister 17 years ago, what is the top 3 daily wellness practices that non-negotiable for you? That feel like I do it everywhere, anywhere I go, no matter what day it is.
Well, absolutely. Well, I start my day every morning with fresh water, pure water with squeezed lemon. Very detoxing for the liver. And also, when you're sleeping, you're sweating. You may not know it, but you are definitely sweating. So you are dehydrated when you wake up. And so if you refresh immediately with fresh water, then you can get some water back into your cells. Number 2, absolutely non-negotiable spirulina and chlorella. I
love that.
And I put sea salt on it because salt is good for you. You get some good salt. And
I had to get good salt.
Yes, you have to get good salt. I have Himalayan salt. There's and there's a lot. You can come to lots of probably your website and get some tips. But I have at least, now I'm not suggesting everybody have this, but I have at least 30 to 50 spirulina and chlorella tablets a day, and I start with at least 30 of each in the morning. So I have my fresh water with the lemon, my spirulina and chlorella. I then my next step is I have a tea. It's called yerba mate, which is very alkaline, or green tea. But then, so those are my morning, non-negotiables. Yeah. And my night, again, algae before I go to bed, and at least 8 hours sleep. Absolutely 8 hours. And you need to turn the temperature down in your room. You need a sleep mask to block out any sleep. Get off your phone at least an hour beforehand. Try to stop eating at least 2 hours before bed. And this will help you have a really regenerative sleep. Yeah. So the 8 hours is, and if I can get 9, it's never apologize for sleep. Never. It's healing. It's not you being lazy. It's you doing what your body needs you to do for it.
Yes. I know in my 20 and 30, I would wake up early, sacrifice sleep to go to the gym. And now I'm like, no, we got to get a sleep first.
Yeah.
Yeah, sleep first.
Sleep first. Absolutely.
Yes. No, I appreciate the tips. And thank you so much. We learned a lot today, even though that we already put this in our protocol and our patient are already loving it. But I know people that listen to this that now know about it's not a supplement, it's food. And there's really no contraindications to
Nothing.
Anybody.
For anybody. And your pets can even have them. You can even give this to newborns. Give spirulina, crush it up and put it in their water bottle. Yeah. There's no fiber. So even they're not on solid foods, they can, and they do this in Japan. If babies are born prematurely and cannot digest mother's breast milk, the only thing that keeps them alive is spirulina and water. And I found out that the nutrient profile of spirulina, at least the amino acids, is almost identical to mother's breast milk. Same aminos, same proportions. And so we know that mother's breast milk is the perfect food. Spirulina and also chlorella is your number 2.
Yeah, it's nature food.
It's nature food.
Yeah. So we exactly have what we need. We just need to make sure we take it.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. I can't help you if I can't get it in you. And if you want more information, you can, on algae or us, you can come to visit us at energybits.com. And I have my book coming out in October.
Tell us about this October.
This October. Yeah, it's called Love Your Health to Bits. Yeah. And I've loved writing it. It's been a lot of work, but I go into some deep science, but I make it fun. I have references to Taylor Swift and Star Trek and theaters, and so you'll be amazed at how much you'll learn. And I can't wait to get it out to the world. So, but in the interim, you can come and visit us at EnergyBits. We write .com. We write a blog. Our Instagram handle is EnergyBits.
Yes.
And I wrote this little miniature book last year called The Algae Love Story, and it's my children's book for adults.
Yeah.
Because algae will love you back to health. And we all know we need love. And you need algae as much as love. And it's just like love. It's nourishing. It helps you, and it's for everyone. So love yourself to bits with algae.
The branding was so fun, and your team, you have an amazing team.
Yes,
I love working with your team. And so thank you so much for spending time today. We learned a lot, and we definitely will have you back because I want people to take it and give us feedback.
Yes, absolutely.
Especially we'll tell the dentist, if you are going to bring anything to your practice, you need to personally take it, try it, see the difference, because that's the biggest testimonial for your patient.
Absolutely.
You love it, you trust it.
And you're a testimony. I mean, look at you. You're just flying off the chair with so much energy, and I know how much you've done this today already. So good for you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Dr. Catharine. And make sure you follow EnergyBit, Dr. Catharine, and don't forget to pre-order the book.
Yes, good. Thank you.
Yes. Is that on Amazon that we can
It
order?
will be on Amazon. It's not there until it's officially published. And I'll do Audible too. So in October, we'll have everything for everybody.
Amazing. And we make sure we invite Dr. Catharine back for more story on algae. So stay tuned and subscribe. Thank you for listening today. Wellness starts in your mouth and includes your entire life. When you understand that, the whole game changes. Come learn more at thewellnessdentist.com. We see you in the next episode. And remember, there is always a reason to smile.